I love it.
All right, here we go.
I love it.
I've never heard that, but that's the origin of cap. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to look.
There's a principle that
Right.
we have to follow.
Yeah.
We have to have.
Be true to yourself. You don't have.
And when I came back, the place was a mess. So I knew I was a mess.
Deep in here now.
It's incredible.
I love it. Me
That's
too.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And applying the recovery, I thought. What's up, everybody out there on planet Earth? It's your favorite recovery Martian back again. Travis here at Recovery Central, 2300 Dumbarton Road, the McShin Foundation. I'm joined by some special guests today. And as always, I got Steve, the engineer, with me. Hey Steve.
There. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Steve gave you the sign language. We got Avery, former intern, superstar. She's sitting here in the background taking pictures of us superstars. And we have the lovely Tamara with us today. Introduce yourself, Tamara.
My name's Tamara, and I'm an intern here.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, like a double intern. She's been around here for a while. She interns up here with Steve, putting out some of this great content for y'all. And
I take a lot of pictures.
She does take a lot of pictures.
she takes a lot of pictures. Is this your double dipping? Is this your second time interning around? Is it the first time, or were you just like a lagger on?
Well, the first time was for school, and now I'm a PRS intern.
Yeah, VCU student, huh? Top-notch school.
That's how she got here.
Yeah.
Go Rams. Go Rams. Tamara. As we have previously stated, you were an intern here.
Yes.
What brought you to intern into McShin?
So my mom used to work here when I was a little kid. She went through McShin, and then she got a job here. So I kind of grew up around McShin. And then I was just at work one day, and I got an email about internships, and the first one was the McShin Foundation. And I'm lazy. I didn't really want to scroll through the email like all the other ones. So I was like, oh, that seems pretty cool.
Has it been?
Yeah, I love it here.
Give me something you've learned while you're here.
I've learned about how to take pictures.
Yeah. Well, it's got to start somewhere. And from my understanding, yeah, technologically, well, I mean, you are Generation Z.
Yeah, I am.
The last
Not
letter
a
in the
millennial.
alphabet. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For
was
if you fell
offensive.
under either one.
Sorry.
I mean, I am. If you're a Gen Xer out there, you understand what we're sorry about. And no offense, none taken.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I love that. So just you were a kid running around these hallways.
Yeah, my picture's on the wall
Yeah,
out there. Yeah.
yeah. So this place kind of gave you a draw. You said you're lazy, but whatever. Like it was the first one on the list. What is it like? What is it on the list?
Yeah, it was just an email, and it was like, here's a bunch of media internships.
Yeah.
And the first one on there was the McShin Foundation.
It was meant to be.
It was
It
meant.
was.
Yes.
to be.
Sometimes all the stars align perfectly.
Yeah.
Right. The doors open, and what's your only job?
Well, I'm a daycare teacher,
Yeah.
and then I do this.
No, I meant regarding what I was talking about. So if the door is open, your
Oh.
only job is to
Open.
just to
the
walk
door.
through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's open, you just walk through it.
Yeah.
And that's what you did. So you were specifically looking for media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Too. It was like event time.
It was.
Central.
Because I can remember, right, that's what it was. And the weather was really nice, and there was Tamara with her camera in her
Yeah.
hand. And so like you had some previous experience, aka a certain social media outlet.
Yeah, TikTok.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that shameless plug. I went one way, you went the other way. I like it though. That's
Fine.
okay. We can
Fine.
cross-pollinate, they call it.
Yes.
We just cross-pollinate it. If anybody from that subsidiary heard that, you can give us a, I don't know, what, a donation or something. But anyways, did you go viral?
I did go viral on TikTok.
Yeah. Is that like a hard thing to do
Yes.
these days?
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
It
is.
What was in that content right there that you went viral?
I made a video about how I want my wedding to look like.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Give us some details.
Lots of pink and McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Isn't that the greatest thing you've ever heard in your life?
That's what got him. That's what.
Yeah,
got him.
like people are slaving away trying to figure out this menu. You want to know what? The beauty in that is the simplicity.
Yes.
because I have seen couples almost get divorced before their wedding over the planning of these things.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like everything has to be perfect. You got the this, you got the that, the chocolate fountain, the strawberries,
No.
the surf and turf or whatever, the tofu. But all you want is
McDonald's cheeseburgers with no onions and no mustard.
very specific, very specific menu right there.
Yeah, I don't like onions.
Now, this brings up memories. Okay, because I can remember a time in my life where, like, all my money was going towards negative things. Yet at the end of the negative things, you're hungry. You're very hungry. Now you're lucky if you save something. Back in my day, they had like what was called a dollar menu, where things were actually $1. You remember this thing, Steve?
You get $1. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a chicken sandwich, you get a double cheeseburger or whatever.
A micro cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But still, it was a cheeseburger.
It was a cheeseburger. It was something to kill those pains, those hunger pains. But I can remember this one summer, and this was a time where I ate good, and I actually ate good. That McDonald's, they had cheeseburgers for 39 cents. It was like a thing. You know, they were bringing it back just for a limited time for 1 week. Cheeseburgers for 39 cents, hamburgers for 29 cents. Let me tell you, I ate like a king that week, bro.
Yeah.
I could always afford at least 2 of the hamburgers. I might not get the cheese, but whatever. Now,
I pay $4 for a cheeseburger now.
good Lord, I paid 12 from the Five Guys, but it's worth every
I don't go
penny.
to Five Guys.
Yeah, where do you go?
McDonald's.
You stuck in with the McDonald's.
Yes.
You got to pay $4 and you don't get the onions or the mustard.
No, I get mayonnaise though and pickles.
This took a turn to Weird Town. Okay.
Yeah. You're the weird one that likes onions.
Yeah, but-
onions are
Yeah, the
gross.
onions. They're
Okay.
especially McDonald's.
Yeah,
they're the
exactly.
worst.
They're
Oh.
little tiny onions.
Yeah, you want to know what they're
You
called?
expect them to move.
What are they
you know?
called?
They're called dehydrated onions.
They're still onions.
I know, man. They are so good, usually on hot dogs. But mayonnaise and pickles. I try to shy away from mayonnaise. That's kind of a French thing, isn't it? Per Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. According to Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, according to Pulp Fiction, the French, they dip their French fries in mayonnaise.
Which is where all my cultural
kinda
references.
weird.
Yeah, mine too. Every Quentin Tarantino movie is my pop culture references. So you know, like you said, your mom came through here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
tell us what it was like back then.
Yeah.
In the Wild West.
Yeah, when you were a
So-
kid in the hallways.
Back then, it was pretty cool because I would go to school and then I would come here after school. And when I was in 5th grade, we did DARE in school. And I had the girls in the program make my DARE poster for me
Yeah.
because I was like, who better to make this poster than them?
Right.
And I only got,
They got some knowledge.
yeah, and I only got 2nd place. I did not win 1st place for that DARE
That thing was
poster.
rigged.
It was.
Yeah.
It was very much rigged because mine had, if I do drugs, I will go to jails, institutions, and death. And I don't think my teacher liked that.
What the winners have.
It was a poster and it had a bunch of animal butts on it, and it said nobody likes butts, especially cigarette butts.
Oh, man.
What?
Wow.
I will always remember that poster.
Dude.
That should have been disqualified.
It should have.
Oh my God.
Mine had a skeleton on it.
Okay, that's the real thing. That's
Yeah.
The real thing.
You know, you were the punk rock of the DARE posters.
Yeah, and I was in like 5th grade.
And they totally gave it to the Hanson brothers, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Oh man.
I got to go home early though. So
Yeah, man. I think you got cheated.
yeah, my mom picked me up early when we went home.
Just to
Well-
just to test your well, at least you got an early.
That's
day
a
out of
win.
it. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
win-win. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was.
I mean, you get 2nd place and you get to go home early.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a W all day long.
Yeah.
What does DARE stand for?
I actually don't know.
What? That's why you got 2nd place.
Yeah, probably. I really don't know what it stands for.
Yeah. So after your first go around, are you still in VCU?
No, I'm actually not in school right now.
Really? Spring
Yeah.
break?
No, I took the semester off.
Nothing wrong with
yeah.
that. Nothing wrong
Mhm.
with that.
Yeah, normally kids do that and they what is it like they go to Europe for like a year and find
Yeah, I'm not
themselves.
that rich.
No? So you decided to come to McShin and find yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since you've been interning the second, so you did the first tour, and you did it primarily with Steve,
Yeah,
and did you learn a bunch of stuff, meet a lot of people?
I did.
Yeah. What's been like a good positive effect on your life from that scenario?
I've loved meeting new people and getting to know everybody. And I've learned a lot of skills like with photography and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
for
else?
sure.
What
For
else?
sure.
What else? Have you seen anything cool? What was the coolest thing you seen on your first tour? Specifically, like, because you brought up the events, like we do here at the McShin Foundation. You know, event season usually runs from about
All year
June to
round.
way through September. Yeah, we have events all year round, but definitely. But like during, it seems like that summertime through the summertime.
Yeah, it gets intense.
Into Recovery Fest, and if anybody's watching, we got Recovery Fest coming up again. What is it? The
September 6th.
Yeah, this would be
Saturday, 12 to 4.
the 20th annual.
21.
21st.
Yeah.
21st.
You want to know what? Me and my fiance, we sometimes, like, you know how couples will wear like a sweatshirt that one says hubby and one says
Right?
That's
well,
really
we totally
cringe.
don't do that, but sometimes
That's embarrassing. if you do.
sometimes we put on last year's Recovery Fest shirts
Oh,
and just rock them out.
Yeah, there
what
you
I mean?
go. There
Because
you
then
go.
we're like matching. But
Yeah.
we're not that couple. I'm not saying. I mean, babe, if you're watching this, like I'll wear the hubby shirt. Like I'm not.
He will do it. He will
I'll do it. I have no shame. No, yeah, I got a high threshold for
That's
embarrassment.
embarrassing.
I mean, I'm a
That's
total,
embarrassing.
but dude, I'm that guy.
No.
I'm romantic, you know. So yeah, but the Recovery Fest shirt does like fill in the gap right there.
Yeah.
And then I'm repping recovery at the same time, and the McShin Foundation,
Yeah.
which I love to do. Team player, go team. And so your second go around, Tamara.
Well, was your first event the Overdose Vigil?
Yes, that was my very first event. Was the Overdose Vigil.
See, I was like, this is either going to scare her away.
Yeah, that
good
was my first
question,
event.
Steve. Good
Yeah.
question. Because I was thinking cookouts and hot
No,
dogs.
because I started in August, like late August.
It
When
was like,
was that?
okay, we've got this thing coming up. It's nothing
It
serious.
was like it was
Yeah,
like
a
my
little
first
light
day,
fun.
My
Yeah.
first day here. Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little light material for the VCU student, man. Yeah. What happened that day? What went down? What do you remember from that day?
I remember that there was a vigil for
Mhm.
Overdose and that the news was there, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was my first time like seeing news crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get on camera?
No.
Man, you know what? I remember that. That's what we did in the chapel, right?
Yeah, I was in the chapel.
Was I there?
with the candles?
Yes,
Yeah, you were
yes.
there.
Yeah, I was there. Oh,
Yes.
my mom was playing the
Yeah,
piano.
she played the piano.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I specifically remember about that? Now I know we had a lot of great talkers, I myself excluded, but like I did talk.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, and Jesse was like awesome that day.
Yeah, he was.
And I remember, Walter, he does a spiritual service here at McShin Foundation every third Sunday.
First 2 Sundays of every month.
First
now.
2 Sundays of a month. If anybody out there in the public is listening, you should come by and check out Walt's spiritual service, man. It's always really good. But I remember at the very end of that, they turned the lights down low.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody has like a candle. Last year, it was like some electric candles.
Mhm.
And then they start saying the names of people who, have, lost their, life as a direct result of substance use disorder. And then they light the candles up.
Mhm.
But what, sometimes reality hits you in the face hard, and it was a lot of names.
It was a lot of names.
Right.
Yeah.
It went on forever. And each time a name rang out, as long as it goes on, as long as it was going on, man, it was getting me,
Yeah, it was pretty emotional for me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oftentimes, because it makes it real.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because you hear about fentanyl overdose or opiate related overdoses, and it's on the news, and sometimes it's covered more than other times. But when you hear like a real person saying a real name of somebody that was really important to them, then it hits you a different way. As a matter of fact, just for me, Tamara, sometimes like, working in this field or whatever, you get caught up in the day-to-day grind. Now, of course, you got a desire, to help or be serviceable where you can. But an event like that really brings it home why we do what we do, because we want to limit the names that are called out.
Yeah, it was especially because like I grew up around here, and I had someone that I was close with when I was younger. She overdosed and died, and that was like that's like the first time I had like real experience with death.
Yeah.
And it's like she's still like, I still think about her all the time, but like she was only 19 when she died, and then I'm 20. So when I turned 19, it was really weird
Yeah.
because I'm like the same age she was.
Yeah, very young.
Yeah.
Very young. I know it's unfortunate. So you do have like a deep connection to the recovery world.
I
So,
do, yeah.
So and you ran around these halls as a kid,
Yeah.
and you have some family connections to the McShin Foundation, and then man. There's a statistic in I think it's either recovery coach training or PRS training, something I was doing. I was reading it, and it's like 2/3 or something like that of everybody on planet Earth has either been affected or knows somebody directly that suffers from substance abuse disorder.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people, right? Yeah, and I love that about the McShin Foundation. They're definitely in the fight against to arrest or help people find their way to arresting and managing their disorder.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? It's a great place to intern, isn't it?
Yeah, I love interning here.
Yeah, tell us about your second go around, because now she now that she's on her hiatus from what I mean? Like,
Yes.
normally, like when because the reason why they take the trip to Europe or whatever is to find themselves.
Yeah.
Are you in a finding yourself situation right now?
I am. Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Are you even there? Are you just because you're going to take the year to figure out what you want to do with your life? Man, I wish I would have thought about this. So she's very advanced. You know what I mean?
Yeah, way ahead of
am.
where I was.
Yeah, I mean, what the
Yes.
hell was I thinking about it? Damn, 20 years old, man. And I did that, instead of taking the year off to find myself, I took 40. I mean, I'm a late bloomer. But you, Steve?
Late.
Yeah, it's
late.
nothing wrong with a late bloomer. You know what? As a matter of fact, late bloomers tend to just live longer or something like that. I read something. Yeah.
I hope that's true.
Okay.
I hope
Yeah.
that's true.
No, they blossom a little later. Okay, here it is. Here it is.
Here's the new
Wise
Yeah.
words from Travis.
Yeah, it's not
Wise words.
okay, it's not live longer. I said that wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
this is what it is, because
We would like to pause and take a quick second to shout out our sponsors. We wouldn't be here without our sponsors, so we're very grateful for those that have sponsored the podcast. The McShin Foundation's Getting Her podcast would not be here without our sponsors, our beautiful sponsors. So first, we'd like to say thank you to Avenues Treatment Center. If you are looking for treatment, they have mental health and substance use, primarily substance use disorders, but they will help with mental health as well. They do have detox. Give them a call, 804-638-7329, and you can ask for Kelly Eason. Reach out to Avenues Treatment Center. And up next is New Growth Behavior Health. New Growth Behavior Health is located here in Richmond, Virginia. They are a local treatment center. Please give them a call, 804-250-6028. We would not be here without our sponsors. They help with substance use disorders. Please give them a call at 804-250-6028. That's New Growth Behavior Health. Thank you, New Growth Behavior Health. And if you're looking for any services, give them a call. They do take insurance. And we also would like to give a special thanks to our sponsor, Align Community and Treatment Services. They are another local treatment services for substance use disorder here in Richmond, Virginia. Please give them a call if you're looking for some services. There's a wide variety of options here in the Richmond area. So you're very, very fortunate if you are suffering from substance use disorder. So give Align Community and Treatment Services a call. They also take insurance, 804-214-6460. So if you're looking for any help, any services to help with addiction, to help with mental health, give our sponsors a call. All of them work hand in hand with helping individuals with substance use disorder and individuals with mental health disorders. Once again, that's Avenues Treatment Center, 804-638-7329. New Growth Behavior Health, 804-250-6028. And Align Community and Treatment Services, 804-214-6460. We're going to thank you to our sponsors out there. And now back to our program.
You are viral over there.
I am viral on TikTok.
Yeah. So second go around
Yeah.
intern. Tell us a little bit about it, because I don't primarily see you I mean, you still are up here.
Yeah.
You still work with Steve, but you've done some other things too since you've been here, right?
Yeah. So I took the PRS class, and then I started.
Did you?
Yes, I
Yeah, she
did.
did.
You were on the last go around?
Yeah, in January.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was I at when this was happening?
You walked through a couple of times.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, what'd you think about that?
I really liked it. I
Yeah?
did. Yeah.
Who was your trainer?
Raymond.
Raymond.
Third floor.
Yes, third floor.
Raymond Ruby. He's our data guy here. Awesome guy. Great trainer too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
I go out there
Top
in the
notch.
field with him sometimes training. I mean, this guy can, he's a communicator.
So I'm imagining you two out in the field.
Yeah. At Chipotle's. Yeah.
I love Chipotle.
Yeah, communicating about communications and ethics
Right?
and things of that
Ethics,
nature.
yes.
Very highbrow conversations. And
In
so
the Chipotle.
yeah, in the Chipotle.
In the
Yeah.
Chipotle.
In the
In the
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Yeah, drinking lemonades,
Yeah.
just doing big ball
Eating
stuff.
rice.
Yeah, that's how old guys find themselves.
Yeah.
We don't have the years to take off anymore.
No.
Yeah. So what'd you think about that PRS class?
I really enjoyed the class. Thought it was really interesting.
Yeah.
And-
Any new facts you learned while you were in there?
I mean, probably, but I don't remember right now.
You didn't take any notes?
I did take a lot of notes actually.
Yeah.
With lots of different color pens.
I believe that.
Yeah.
And when you were when you were at VCU and you were
Mhm.
just coming over here for to work in the media section of McShin up here with Steve,
Mhm.
was that wasn't even on your radar the first time around?
No, it wasn't. It was not.
Yeah.
Steve actually told me about the class and told me I should take it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you got that under your belt now.
Yeah.
Now you're actually interning your 500 hours.
Yeah.
And are you thinking about going to get certified as a CPRS?
Yeah.
You are?
Eventually when I get all my hours in.
Look at that. You found a whole new field you're interested
Yeah,
in.
I did.
It wasn't even really on your radar.
It was not. I was an education major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those doors just open up sometimes. You
Yeah,
walk
the
right on
education
in.
one's closed.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
You don't like it anymore?
No.
Yeah.
Enough with the babies.
Enough with the babies.
Yeah.
Enough with the babies. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. What have you been doing your second tour?
I've been in a lot of different offices, doing a lot of different things.
Like what? Break it down for us.
I was in the med room.
Were you?
Yes, and I got to do one UA and that was it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I've been with Danny
Mm-hmm.
and we did a house inspection.
Yeah. Did you smoke them?
I don't know. It was
Did you find things
Mm.
wrong?
I
Was
think
it good?
so. Yeah.
What'd you find? Tell me one thing.
Oh, we're
Uh,
out to edit that right out.
Yeah.
It was dirty.
Yeah, it was
the house,
dirty.
The house was beautiful and perfect.
Yeah,
It was
right.
beautiful and perfect and they did everything right.
Yeah.
There was definitely no shoes under their bed.
Oh, the
Not
shoes
one.
under the bed.
No crumbs on the floor.
No crumbs on
None.
the floor.
No crumbs,
Crumbs were on the floor?
Crumbs
Yeah.
on the floor.
No.
Well, I mean, I mean, I wasn't good at cleaning my room until I got good at it.
I
Sometimes-
Same.
still don't clean my room.
You know
Oh,
what I call
no.
those? I call those teachable moments. Teachable moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, making order out of chaos. Have you ever heard this theory in
No.
college out there at VCU?
No.
Yeah, so like if your life's kind of in disarray or whatever, you start with your room. You make your bed perfect, and you clean your room up, and you make order out of chaos, and then it expands from out there. Then you get to the living room, and then little parts of your life there's a theory that if you can make order out of that, your life will tend to get better, just at least that one part at first. Would you agree with that statement?
I do agree with that statement. Yeah.
I like it a lot. What else have you done? Give me some more. You worked with Danny. Danny is part of the judicial team. She's on the same team that I'm
Yep,
on. Yep.
Yeah.
Going into the jails and teaching a curriculum in there, and also bringing a message of hope. Yeah. What else? Who else should go? Who else you been with?
And I've been with Steve.
Yeah, we
That's really
did. We
it.
did the
Just
American
three.
Idol. We did the American
Yes,
Idol.
I got to take pictures with Noah Thompson, who
Yeah.
won American Idol.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
I went into
Yeah.
the jail.
Big event. And
Yes,
he
she-
did this podcast too.
Yes, he did.
She did what, Steve? She
Went
went
into jail.
I
Which
went
one?
into the jail in East.
You went into East.
Yes.
So she's
Yes.
talking. So and Henrico East also has podcasts. So if y'all see this, y'all might recognize Tamara. She was in there with
I
y'all.
was.
Yeah. What'd you
You
do?
guys
in-
all know me in there.
They do.
It's not.
But you still got the experience out of it,
Yes,
though.
and it was very cool.
Yeah, Henrico is. They're very East and West, very inviting to McShin Foundation, and we go in there every Tuesday. So Tamara, This was awesome. You know,
Yeah.
you're a lady of few words, and I understand you're a superstar. You had a few words for us.
She's going to tell us about hope.
Late bloomers. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Tell us about Hope, dude.
Okay, so I have a dog named Hope,
Oh yeah.
and my mom actually got her while she was, I think she was in McShin. I don't really remember, but
How old is this dog?
Hope is 11.
And dog years. That's a carry the one.
Okay,
She's
well,
like 70
anyway,
cm.
Anyway.
yes, and her name is Hope. They actually voted on her name at a house meeting.
I did not know
my
that.
mom asked everybody. She said, "What is one thing you've gotten from this program? Like one word." And the word that everyone gave was hope. So then she named our dog Hope. And we had other dogs. We had Rottweilers as well, but they did not like Hope. So Hope had to go live with my grandparents. So now I have Hope.
Nice.
But yeah,
Nice,
Hope's a
yeah.
pretty cool dog, and I wish she was here right now.
Yeah, she's been on the podcast.
She has been on the podcast. I don't know why she's not here today.
Yeah, that's the only spiritual principle that you can give
Yeah.
is hope.
Yeah.
I think love too. Like they say that a lot. The only spiritual principle
Yeah.
you can give is the hope.
hmm
Yeah, and you have the dog named Hope, and I
Yeah.
met Hope.
You have met Hope.
Like Hope is I was really, the dog years can go out the window. She don't look a day over.
Not at all. not at
No,
all.
she's my little young girl.
Yeah, she definitely is. And as a matter of fact, we have pictures with Hope
Yes,
in here.
we
Hope
do.
hasn't made no appearances lately.
Yeah, technically you're not supposed to bring your dog here, but
Yeah,
she's an emotional support dog, so she should be able to be here.
I 100% agree.
People need hope.
Yeah,
People need hope.
We all need a hope shot.
Hope wants to lead a group, so I think that Hope
Yes,
should be
yes,
in a
yes.
group one day.
I second that.
Yeah.
I second that. Yeah. Hey, Tamara, check this out.
Yeah.
Do you have any philosophical words of hope for anybody that may be listening right now?
It gets better. Those
Yeah.
are my philosophical words.
Yeah, with a little hope.
With a little hope, but you can't have my hope.
Yeah.
That's your hope.
Yeah.
You can't have my dog.
Normally, that's it. You know what? That's been my answer before. And just like my answer was hope. And
Yeah.
they'd be like, hope for what? And I'm always like, hope for a better day. Man.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we all hope for?
Yeah.
Even hope.
Even hope.
Well, I love it, Tamara, man. Thank you for coming on. You got anything else? Anything else you want to share with our audience? Steve, you got any more good questions for?
I think I'm good.
I think we're good too. This was
Yeah.
very good, man. We went 28 minutes, man. I love it. Tamara, I love working with you, man. Having you
Yeah.
around the office. You're always you got the best laugh. You got the best. She laughs at my jokes too.
I do.
Yeah,
So that's a plus.
You're actually funny. So
He is funny once in a while.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Don't tell him though. Don't ever tell him.
Great pod. Oh. We almost ended early. Okay, so we're all praying and hoping
Hoping.
for Tamara. Tamara's going in for lip surgery. She's getting her lips
Hip.
filled.
Hip.
Hip.
Oh, it's a hip
A
surgery.
hip. I tore my labrum in my hip.
She tore. Okay, she's not getting the lips.
No.
No.
Okay, good.
Not Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
No.
And you know what? Those things they don't hold up good. You know what I
No.
mean? Yeah, you don't want to go messing around with God's perfection.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah, just
exactly.
leave the lips alone, man.
Yeah.
The lips are fine. It always turns out, all right, I don't want to get out. You know what I mean? Yeah, just leave them alone. Leave them alone. You're
Yeah.
fine. So So you're going in for the hip surgery.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
You are?
This is my third one though, so
Do they think they're going to take care of everything they need to take care of?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too. It's
hope.
all we can give you is hope. So like
Yeah.
we're rooting for you. We're praying for you, man. I'll send up a special prayer, and then I know Steve will send up a special.
For sure.
Yeah, and like a lot of people, like I don't mind. Like I'll put you on the prayer list. A lot of people be like sending good vibes. Well, I'm gonna send some good vibes too. Send some prayers. I think you'll be fine. You've been through it twice before. You're a trooper. You're an intern. You're a college student. You're a PRS. You're a force to be reckoned with, and you have a
Yes.
cool dog.
I do have a cool dog.
a cool dog named Hope.
Super cool dog.
Super cool dog. So we're all rooting. We're all praying for you. We're all sending good vibes. We know it's going to be fine, and you'll be back to work the very next day. Very next day.
No.
We don't like to give our interns a lot of time off around here. Next thing you
I'll
know,
be
you
gone
want
for 2 weeks.
yeah. Next thing you know, you want to take a year off to find yourself from interning and all that. Like we like
Yeah.
to keep you reeled
I think I
in.
want to go to Europe. So
Yes,
you've convinced me I need to go to Europe.
Yeah, you should. Everybody should. I should. I've never been. Have you been, Steve?
No.
I think everybody should go
I
at
want to
least
go to
once.
Greece.
I haven't left the county.
Me too. I love feta cheese. I love
Ooh,
feta cheese. Me
feta's
neither.
good.
It is good. It is so good.
I love it, dude. I love it by the brick. I don't like places that like wrap it up, you know.
Yeah.
They
I like
crumble it. They
Yeah, I don't
crumble
want
it.
it crumbled. You give me my feta cheese in a box
Do you
like
just
that.
eat it like
Oh yeah,
like that?
Yes,
Feta-
I'll eat it
feta
just like that.
pops, feta
Yep,
pops,
I
yeah.
like it with the. I like when they slice like a nice slice of cucumber on there, and then I
Yeah.
put the a Greek dressing on there. Oh man, I love the feta cheese. It's my favorite part of the whole salad. I think it's the most healthy part too.
Probably.
Oh my god, it does so much for you. Yeah, I love feta cheese. So we'll make sure you get your Greek salad while you're in there recovering from your lip surgery. And
Oh my God.
don't get any stuck on your lip. You know what I mean? You eat all that feta cheese and you get back, you get healthy, you come back, you intern with us, man. You finish that off and you get your CPRS and going to
Yeah.
do great things, man. Little superstar in the making. You're already a superstar in my book.
I am a superstar.
For sure.
In your book too, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely a superstar. What
Yeah.
about you, Avery? Superstar in your book? Avery's over there. Avery, you look like a fan of the Velvet Underground right now. I don't know where that came from, but you look like you were a big
My
fan of
aunt
the
likes
Velvet
that
Underground.
band.
I love the
I love
Velvet
that band.
Underground,
Yes.
dude.
Yes.
Shout out to my aunt Carrie.
Yeah, shout out
to Aunt
Carrie.
Carrie and
Shout out Lou Reed.
and the Velvet Underground.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the rest of the band, dude. What a cool band, bro. They don't make them like that no more, man. But yeah, you definitely look like a fan of them. Definitely, Avery looks like she would have been like hanging out with Andy Warhol and all them right now. Is anybody else getting that vibe off Avery?
I'm
right
getting
now?
that vibe right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. That's,
Yeah, dang right.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, very artsy over there, Avery. Yeah. Shout out to Avery. Avery.
Shout out to Avery.
One of our guest photographers.
Yeah, one of our guest photographers. She's behind the scenes taking the clicks.
Canva master.
Yeah, because Tamara, Tamara is very good with the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tamara can't take pictures and podcast at the same time. So they're both very versatile and equipped and not late bloomers with the camera. As a matter of
No.
fact, yeah, they're both very efficient with it and effective.
Yes.
All right, so Tamara, thank you for coming on. Steve, as always, you killed the game. I loved it. I had a good time with the
It's
podcast.
Tamara.
Tamara, I know that's what I said.
No, it's not.
We'll
what you
edit
said.
that out. We'll edit it out. We'll edit it
Edit it out.
It's no problem. We didn't go live. Forgive me, Tamara, for I've hosted. All right.
You're forgiven.
And with that, I will say peace. Put them fingers up to me.